Hey, what's up, everybody? So it's NFL picks for Week 10, part deuce. So the next matchup we got Buccaneers Titans. Will Levis is starting again. I saw on PTI or underneath on Sports Center tonight that Ryan Tannehill says it feels very weird that he is the backup, playing the backup role for Tennessee. Going forward. Tennessee said they are going to stick with Will Levis for the whole year. Does Will Levis bounce back and have a better game than last week? I think DeAndre Hopkins could have a really good game. I think Rockhead White is going to have a really good game for Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. I think I almost was going to pick Baker up and start him this week, but I was like, I better not. I don't know. I could see Will Levis going off, but I'm going with the Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers has got a lot better team than the Titans. Like I said, I think Mike Evans. I think Baker's going to have a decent game. I hope Will Levis has a really good game. I'm starting him in a couple of my leagues, but yeah, I like the Buccaneers in this matchup. The next matchup, we've got the LA Chargers against the Detroit Lions. And I almost picked them as my game of the week just because of the two offense. Jared Goff versus Justin Herbert. I mean, you got Keenan Allen, who is a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. You have Austin Eckler, who's a top 10 running back. I mean, David Montgomery's coming back. You got Amon St. Brown. This is definitely going to be a fun game to watch. But I am definitely going to go with the Lions, especially if David Montgomery's going to come back. I think Joshua Palmer is going to be out for a little bit. But yeah, I think it's going to be too much of David Montgomery and Amon St. Brown's for the Chargers to handle. Detroit wins this matchup. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Cardinals against the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those games. You know, I had the Falcons in my notepad for week 10, but then I was just like,
hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
yeah, I was like, oh, Kyler Murray's coming back. Then I changed my pick and I went with Arizona. I mean, I know Arizona really doesn't have the explosive weapons that, some of the explosive weapons like Bijan Robinson. I think Drake London is a decent wide receiver. I really thought he was going to go off this year. But with Kyler Murray, I like the Cardinals in this matchup, but it's still two crappy teams going at it. But with Kyler Murray starting, I think Arizona pulls it out. I think James Conner's still hurt. But yeah, I'm going with Arizona. All right, the next matchup we've got this week in Week 10, we get the Dallas Cowboys against the New York Giants. And if you're a Giants fan, you're saying,
Bad, real bad.
yep, you're saying this is bad. This is real bad to be a Giants fan this week. Big divisional matchup, but you know what? If you got any Dallas players in your fantasy football league, you're starting CD Lamb. I would even say you're starting Dak Prescott because this thing is going to be over before the ball is even kicked to the team. On a good note, I think Saquon Barkley is going to have a good game. But other than that, Dallas is going to destroy the Giants. Next matchup, we got the Washington Commanders against the Seattle Seahawks, and not a great matchup too. Seattle got their butts handed to them last week, but I was like, okay, do I go with the Commander? Sam Howell's playing pretty decent. I like Brian Robinson. But then there's Tyler Lockett. There's DK Metcalf. There's Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker's gotta have a better game. 1.7 fantasy points. Oh my god, he so screwed me this week. Or last week, I should say. Geno Smith, not a really good week last week either. I see the Seahawks bouncing back, scoring obviously more than 3 points. Yeah, I think the offense is going to play a little bit better, but who knows? I could be totally wrong, and Sam Howell goes out there and plays lights out football. This is the weekend. Probably Antonio Gibson probably scores like 26 fantasy points and he has 2 touchdowns when I was thinking about picking him up this week. But I like the weapons on Seattle. I think Seattle beats Washington this week. Now we move on to the Sunday night football matchup between the New York Giants and the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, Raiders. Raiders all the way. There was, before I get into this pickup or this matchup and talk about it, there was something on ESPN this morning that said that somebody was overhearing something like Rodgers was telling another player that he thinks he could be back this week, or not this week, but could be back in a couple of weeks. So, wait, hold on a second. My friend Chris Berman wants to say something real quick. Okay, we got Chris Berman's matchup pick. We got Chris Berman saying the Raiders. But yeah. But anyway, it was overheard that Rodgers said he could be back in a few weeks, so that rehab must be going great. So when Rodgers comes back, what's going to happen with the Jets? But I like Josh Jacobs to go off. I definitely think, I mean, the Raiders aren't great, but I could see Breece Hall having a really good game. But yeah, I'm definitely starting Josh Jacobs in this matchup. I really like him a lot. Yeah, I think the Raiders definitely wins this matchup, and the Jets can only hope they can get some wins, get Rodgers back, and try to make a wild card matchup in the playoffs. All right, then we've got the Monday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills against the Denver Broncos, and let me tell you, this one, I'm going with the Bills only because I still believe in Josh Allen. I still believe in Stephon Diggs. But for some god-odd reason, if Russell Wilson and Jerry Jeudy plays their hearts out and has the best game they played all year, people are going to be stunned, for one, that the Broncos lost, or the Broncos beat Buffalo. And what is wrong with Josh Allen? What's wrong with that offense? Because I really thought Buffalo was going to come in this year and be spectacular and just be dominant. And it has not been that way. What are they? 5-4, I believe their record is. But yeah, I still think the Buffalo pulls this game out. Maybe not even pull it out. This could be a blowout. It could be close, but I still believe in Josh Allen, and I still believe in Stephon Diggs. I like Kincaid. I think he's got a big future in this league. But yeah, Bills over the Broncos for Week 10. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's my picks for the week. Bears over the Panthers Thursday night. Colts over the Patriots. Ravens over the Browns. Steelers over the Packers. Game of the week. 49ers over the Jaguars. Vikings over the Saints. Texans over the Bengals. Buccaneers over the Titans. Lions over the Chargers. Cardinals over the Falcons. Cowboys over the Giants. Seahawks over the Commanders. Raiders over the Jets. And Bills over the Broncos. And real quick, my 3 players. I'm going with fantasy. I'm picking Josh Dobbs to have 24 fantasy points. DJ Moore, 25. I think he's going to have a really good fantasy week this week, I hope. And I'm going to pick Josh Jacobs with 21 fantasy points. Also, on buys this week, Chiefs, they're on a buy, so no Patrick Mahomes, no Isaiah Pacheco. The Finns are on a bye, so no Tua, no Tyreek Hill. The Eagles, no A.J. Brown, no Jalen Hurts. The Rams, no Cooper Kupp. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm sure I'll talk to you guys soon. Good luck on your fantasy football teams this week. Good luck on your NFL teams. Hope they win. And have a great night. Talk to you guys later.